1 million people have fled Ukraine in just 7 days, and that number is increasing every single day. According to the UN, more than half of those refugees are seeking safety in Poland. Phil Lipoff joins us live from Lublin, Poland, with a look at what's happening there. And Phil, by these estimates, Poland has now taken in over 500,000 refugees. So can you walk us through the kind of help you're seeing the country provide them with?
Absolutely, Diane. Poland is a country that is very familiar with its Ukrainian neighbors. There are about 2 million Ukrainians already living here in Poland. And so when these 500,000 Ukrainian refugees cross the border, some are going to family and friends, some are going to need much more help from the country. Poland was preparing before the first Russian missiles were ever fired. There are 123 reception centers all across this country, some very close to the border crossings. And remember, Poland shares probably the largest, not probably, the largest border with Ukraine. And so that's one of the reasons why we're seeing so many refugees this way. But at those reception centers, they're doing things like handing out blankets, small gesture, to actually pairing refugees up with families here in Poland who want to help. And there are so many people who are opening up their homes and their hearts to help the Ukrainian refugees.
And I know you met one of these refugee families this morning. Can you share their story with us?
Yeah, Diane, it's impossible to go anywhere here in Lublin, which is an hour and a half from the Durhus border crossing, without finding a Ukrainian refugee family. And we didn't even leave our hotel this morning. We were on our way out to go to a shoot, and we met this family inside. The reason why we met them is because the 19-year-old son, Vlad, was playing a piano in our hotel. The piano hasn't been played since we've been here, and it caught our attention. We looked. He's 19 years old. So we met his family. Oksana there is his mother, his sister Anastasia. They left their father in Ukraine, and they are here. And Anastasia is 22. She left her fiance over in Ukraine. They were supposed to get married 4 days. Their wedding date was 4 days after the bombing started. She doesn't know when she's going to see him now. And worse than that, Oksana told us about her sister, who is over in Ukraine right now, hiding in a basement with her 3-year-old son, who has been describing the war very vividly, talking about helicopters and bombs, Diane.
Amazing to hear a child that young describing in the detail that you told us about. And Phil, this is also you saw how upset Oksana was, so much so that I know that she ended the conversation with you at some point because she kind of couldn't keep it together. So this is clearly taking a mental and emotional toll on these people, understandably so. So how are they handling that, and what resources are available for them on that front?
Well, resources, I'm not sure. I'll get to that in a minute. How they're handling it, Diane, I've met so many Ukrainian refugees over the last 2 weeks. What I have learned just personally about the Ukrainian people is the folks I have met are incredibly strong. We're seeing that inside the country as well, with how they're fighting off the Russians. But I'm meeting the women and children who are coming across the border. And you mentioned Oksana. One of the things she said to us before the end of our interview was, I would give my own life. She said, I would die to get other women and children out of Ukraine. As long as my kids are safe here, I want to go back in, and I want to get more people out. I would give my life, she said, because my life is nothing right now.
Incredible. And Phil, the regional government there is now on a heightened alert. Can you tell us more about that?
I can. It's called a Code Bravo. Here and you said regional, it's right. Lublin, the city I'm in, went to Code Bravo and the region around it, not all of Poland. But it's a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest alert, and Code Bravo is a 2. So what does that mean for the average citizen in this region? Really nothing. Some of the military folks have to do things like, put on their vests, up armor a little bit. Businesses have to close at a certain time, and I wanted to mention this to you, Diane, because you asked about what that means. 15 minutes from where I am right now is a museum at the site of a former concentration camp, Majdanek, and that museum had to close yesterday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because of that Code Bravo. And remember, it was just the day after that tower and the Holocaust Museum in Ukraine was hit by missiles.
All right, so they're definitely on alert there. Phil Lipoff in Lublin, pull us for us. Phil, stay safe, and thanks for bringing us these stories.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.